Welcome everyone to NX3, episode number 4. We are the show on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. We cover WWE NXT. I am Romeo, Anthony Colon. I am joined by two of my good brothers. First, the marijuana enthusiast, Chris G. How you doing, my friend?
I'm feeling good. I'm with Mary Jane, ready to get into this episode of NX3.
Nice jersey, by the way. And also joining us, three-time, baby making Le Champion, Ness.
Yeah, guys, feeling nice tonight. I wish I could feel a little bit better. I wish I had Mary Jane on my side, but I have a little backup here. Let's get to it.
Oh man, a couple of those, and he's gonna be dancing like Sami Zayn, I hope, on that shirt. What a shirt! Look at that. Before we get into this week's NXT, friendly reminder: help us out. Leave a thumbs up, share this video, leave a comment, let us know what you thought. Definitely vote in the Facebook group True Heels, where we give the option to give this episode a thumbs up, thumbs down, or thumbs in the middle. Not this episode that we're recording, the episode of NXT. Let us know what you thought of that.
Yeah, these get all thumbs up.
These are all
every
thumbs
time.
up, yes.
Every time.
And of course, if you're new, subscribe to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. A little bit of housekeeping. Last week, we all were split. Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle. The True Heels, they voted, and they gave last week's NXT a thumbs in the middle. So they're the deciding vote. Thumbs in the middle for last week. This week, May 4th, 2021. May the 4th be with you. Leon Ruff versus Isaiah Swerve Scott was the opening match. Falls count anywhere. And this match, Swerve was definitely ragdolling Leon Ruff all over the place. Oh, man. Throwing him like a ragdoll. Leon Ruff was bumping all over the place. Tuck your chin, kid. You don't want to break your neck. I thought the crucifix off the top rope was impressive stuff by Leon. And then the poison Rana off of the apron. Great job by both these guys. I didn't like Ruff not laying his shit in with the toolbox. I thought it looked a little bit like a pillow fight. This is a falls count anywhere. Hurt each other. The wrench into the leg lock. I thought that was cool. And then Ruff, he's on the outside, jumps off a ladder onto this big motherfucker, AJ Francis. And then AJ just attitude adjustment on the barricade. Oof. They refer to him as a member of Swerve's entourage. I guess he's been in the vignettes before. I didn't really notice him if he was. And then Swerve with his finisher in the ring for the win. 15-24, dirty finish. And he poses at the top of the ramp with his whole entourage, which includes Shotzi, the Adonis, and that other woman. I don't know her name. What did you think of this opener? I mean, we've chastised this feud. We want it to end. That dirty finish tells me, I might keep going. Mess.
Oh, man. If it keeps going now, like, at least don't let it be fucking Swerve that, Leon's facing, which I hope that they don't do that shit. Isn't that the dude from the WWE Treasure Show? Wasn't it AJ Francis? Is that dude that be popping up?
Yes, it is. He is on that show. He's pretty charismatic on there. He's got a nice personality. Yeah. But here, he's going to be Leon's bodyguard, looks like.
Yeah. I was wondering, because I'm like, it's kind of Swerve. Yeah, I'm like, shit, does he wrestle? Is he going to be in ring? Because I've never noticed him either in any of the vignettes, if he's even.
He's very green from what I hear.
It doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me whatsoever. But yeah, this match was fucking brutal, man. Like, and that's what we expected, because it was a false count anywhere. Supposed to be a blow off to this feud that, it was all right for what it was when they first started, and then they fucking dragged it out, and now it's like, all right, we're here finally, hopefully this is it. But they definitely, well, not even they, Swerve definitely got his shit in. This was one-sided for the most part. One thing that I really didn't like about this was that last spot from Leon Ruff. Supposed to be jumping off and going towards Swerve. He literally dived and went straight for this AJ Francis motherfucker. So it was just like, all right, the guy standing to the left, and you see him standing to the left. No, I'm going to jump right and act like I didn't know what the fuck was going on. But,
I think he saw him and tried to take him out, but he didn't realize there's probably like a 300-pound difference, and it wasn't gonna work. That's just Leon
I
Ruff.
mean, well, that was very fucking stupid on Leon Ruff's part. 'Cause this dude's like 100 pounds soaking wet, and yeah, that would have been bad. But yeah, the match itself was great. It was a great opener. It was good. I don't know, man. I can't really put no more feelings into this because I just wanted this shit to be over. That's it. I just wanted to be over. Shout out to Swerve though. I hope he's like, I'm done with Leon now, and it's really I'm done with Leon.
Well, as the great Vince McMahon once said, "Why have a Falls Count Anywhere match when you can have a Russian roulette match?" I really hope this is over. But if it's not, whatever. I like the way it ended though. I like the match itself. The spots were cool. That Poison Rana off the apron. That was beautiful. Yeah, that was beautiful. And I don't mind Swerve having an entourage. Obviously, a big dude makes sense. You know, he does kind of need a big dude with him since he is a smaller in stature. Shotzi the Adonis, whatever. Chick looks impressive though, so maybe she's a diamond in the rough. You never know.
No pun intended.
No, absolutely no pun.
I want to say great job by both guys. But my problem is not with their effort. My problem is with a little bit of the booking here. A couple of things. Falls Count Anywhere matches shouldn't end in the ring. That's one thing. What the hell is that? Another thing. I don't mind Ruff having an entourage, but needing it to beat this little twerp. That just makes Swerve look like so bad. Like, you need a big guy to beat Leon Ruff, to push him to his limits. Maybe it could get him heat. Maybe Ruff can talk shit about, oh, you needed the whole entourage to beat me. But Ruff's not good enough on the mic to take advantage of that. Anyway,
like indestructible fucking cockroach. He only goes, just keeps coming back.
He's NXT Spike Dudley. Gargano and Theory interrupt Regal's office meeting with the lovely Scarlett. And Austin was very impressed by Scarlett's really big, huge nails. Then there was the debuting Asher Hale, former Evolve star Anthony Henry, versus the Doge Father, Cameron Grimes, the Stunk Master. And Asher looked decent. I like the double dragon screw he did on the ropes. But Grimes wins quick in 304 with the cave-in. I like the setup for the cave-in that Cameron added, where he's like, to the... and then he hits it. Moon. Beautiful. But short. There was a ho-hum interview with Caden and Casey until Frankie Monet comes by and fake compliments them, only to shit on them. More on that later when I say shit on them. Cameron Grimes is going to celebrate his win. He's going to go to the club, but first he runs into Everrise backstage and lets them know in the nicest way possible that they can't come with him. Weekly, looks like we're going to get a weekly Everrise where they're just competing for Jabroni of the Night. GYV versus Ciampa Thatcher. And then this match, Thatcher uses Wade Barrett's shoe to hit Gibson in the face and finish him with the Fujiwara armbar. 14-27, dirty finish. I thought this was a fun tag match and a big win for Ciampa and Thatcher, despite its dirtiness. Ness? Oh, you like that transition? Yeah. You like that transition?
Yeah, this is another good match. Shoes off if you hate Gibson type thing. That's just gonna be fun. I don't know, man. As much as I think that, Ciampa and Thatcher definitely deserved it, I kind of feel bad for Grizzled Young Vets. They're just like gatekeepers, you can't get like past the hump. Even though they're former NXT, what are they? The UK tag, former tag,
yep.
UK tag, yeah. So, but that just goes on the totem pole. Nobody really, outside of the UK championship, everything else is just like, all right, it's just there. But hopefully, eventually, it'll be Grizzled Young Vets time for be the NXT, the regular NXT tag champs. But yeah, it's not their time right now. Ciampa and Thatcher had to get this W.
Yeah, I agree with Ness on that, man. You know how I feel about the Grizzled Young Veterans. The soon to be recognized NXT champions. I don't know, man. I'm here for it. They're starting to grow on me, Ciampa and Thatcher. So
Yeah.
I would like to see them. I mean, them against MSK is a little weird, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Sign me up. I also wanted to point out that spot where the ref stopped an illegal tag between Drake and Gibson. How great was that? You never see the ref do that. That was awesome. But that didn't age well considering the end of the match where the ref completely doesn't see the shoe.
But who tried? He literally went on the apron and tried to tag him on the apron. Like, who the fuck even tries that? That was hot nigga shit.
Wade Barrett was great too. That's my shoe.
Yeah.
Johnny confronts Regal again. His match with Bronson Reed is still going to happen. And Scarlett booked Cross versus Theory next week. Austin Theory didn't like that. Then Karrion Kross with his entrance, the piped in boos when just a couple weeks ago they were presenting him as a babyface. What? This is so back and forth. These guys, man. What's going on? Was it piped in? It might have been the crowd. It sounded like piped in. He talks about Kyle and Theory, and then Kyle comes out, cool Kyle, wanting a match. Pete Dunne comes out, revolving door promo. Oh, classic WWE trope. And it doesn't get long with the talking because Finn Balor comes out. And he was the best talker out of everyone. He said he's beaten everyone in the ring, including Kyle, twice. And then he cheap shots Cross. That was unnecessary. Turned into a brawl. And Cross with the Saito suplex to one of the security guys. And Gargano and Theory jump Cross and take him out, setting up next week. This is interesting. A lot of people want a shot at Karrion Kross, but too much is going on. Too much. Narrow it down. There's way too much going on.
I don't know what to say, man, because like I'm not a fan of the revolving door thing, but I do like that we get to see our options at least. You know, like these are the guys that are gonna have a matchup with Cross in the future, hopefully. So we can look forward to these potential matchups in whatever order. So I do appreciate that, but yeah, they got physical. It is what it is.
Ness, who won the fashion report here? Was it Cool Kyle with his Easy E shirt, or was it Karrion Kross in his New Year's Eve vest?
Now, I will give Cool Kyle his props because the Easy E shirt, I said, well, look at here. This nigga, he's a little cultured. So I definitely give him props. But I don't know, man. Cool Kyle's cultured. There we go. Now, but Cross with the he said the New Year's Eve vest. I don't know. He was looking rather dapper. So I don't know. It's rather how you're feeling. You going out for a nice night on the town, you dress like Cross, or if you're going out to fuck shit up and wild out, you dress like cool. You dress like Cool Kyle. But I gotta agree,
which is the complete opposite of their personalities.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I agree. There's way too much going on here. I kind of don't want a multi-man title match if that's the route they're going with. I'd rather have them like stretch out this title reign for Cross if they're gonna make it a lengthy one. I don't want Kyle to face him first because I already know how that's gonna go. Let everybody else that isn't going to beat Cross, let them get their matches, their feuds out of the way, and then eventually let it be Kyle, because I think that's the I'm just already ready for Kyle to be NXT champion. I'm already looking way too far ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I think it'll be a one triple threat match to determine the contender. Balor, Dunn, Kyle, and that should be good. That sounds good. Saray versus Zeta Ramir. Easy work for Saray. Impressive again. Zeta took a beating. No fluke win here. No shooting star press here. 439. Saray wins. Exploder suplex.
Why the hell were they trying? Like, I get it, Zeta Ramir. They're like, oh yeah, both of these athletes. She got a fluke fucking win. There was no great performance from her last week. She did one fucking thing. One thing she did, and it because of Zoe Starks that happened. So yeah, that like let's not kid ourselves
We
here.
gotta tell it like it is.
Yeah,
Here on NX3.
She is the future of the women's division. You put some respect on her name.
Damn.
I mean, I
Chris
would
is
like to
standing
actually
behind
see
that?
something. I would actually like to see something to back up that claim.
Chris,
I
a
didn't
big
see
Zeta
that.
Revere fan that I didn't know of?
No, I'm just trolling.
Trained
just
by
trolling.
Hall of Famer Booker T. Did you know that?
No, but I mean, she looks all right though. She doesn't look
Yeah,
terrible.
like I'm giving her potential, but like they're talking like she's, like she's been doing shit like Zoe Starks or Saray, and I haven't seen any of that yet. So
Speaking of which, afterwards, Saray goes to check on Zeta backstage, thanks her for the match, and Tony Storm, walking on a mission, gets stopped by Zoe Stark right in her tracks. Zoe checks Tony Storm's fine ass. Volta chastises Imperium via iPad. He's speaking in his language. I did hear incompetence, though. I did pick up that word. And that's all I had to know what was going on. Wolf pats Bartel on the knee and then exits the room. Bartel gave him a very dirty side eye. Drama in Imperium. Jake Atlas with the entrance already in progress. A sure sign of losing. And versus LA Knight, lose he did. And Knight wins with a Bulldog driver in 305. Random filler here. And I'll talk more about this random filler later. Indi and Candice in the locker room. Candice hides a drawing from Dexter just out in plain view. Dexter appears behind a door with flowers. You can see his image. Candice closes the blinds. Candice with grade A cock blocking right here.
terrible.
She's making a case for the Hall of Fame class of 2025.
Tony Storm with a promo by herself calls Zoe the flavor of the month. That's losing its taste real quick. Says she's not worthy of breathing the same oxygen as her. That's a bit harsh. Jeez. I mean, you're not allowed to breathe? What?
Don't you suck in that air. Don't you suck in that air. You better hold in that carbon monoxide, bitch.
And she mentions how she brought Zoe into the business and will take her out of it. I didn't get that reference. She brought Zoe into the business?
I didn't know that either. Maybe it's true. We gotta look into that.
Legado del Fantasma with Santos Escobar. And we got, they all want title shots, basically. And Kushida pops up on the screen, says next week it's on versus Santos. We learn later it'll be 2 out of 3 falls. How do you feel about that stipulation? And what's your prediction? Does Santos get it back, Ness?
I'm conflicted because I would love for him to get it back, but I don't want Kushida to have like a meaningless reign. You know, he's been in NXT for the past couple years, and he's finally getting some recognition. They're finally putting some respect on his name. So I'm just gonna say, either way it goes, I'm gonna be happy with it. But yeah, I'm definitely just waiting to see the match. What I don't want out of this match, and I don't care if I sound like a mark or not, just have them. Don't be someone that gets both fucking pins. I hate when they do that shit. We have a 2 out of 3 falls matches, and the person win, like one random person will win like the 2 falls and the match is over. Like, for all that, you should have just had a regular fucking match with just the 1 pin or just the 1 pinfall. I don't think that is like very creative at all.
I think Kushida wins. I think for the last fall that Wilder and Mendoza tried to interfere, but MSK stopped them, and Kushida picks up the win. What do you think, Chris?
Honestly, it's a gut feeling. I don't know why. I think Santos is going to get it back. Something tells me WWE just put the title on Kushida for the shock factor. And, I think Santos has been one of the better parts of NXT. So he definitely deserves some type of spotlight. If he's not going to be Cruiserweight champion, where does he go from here? And I personally wouldn't mind seeing all of Legado hold the gold. I think Raul and I forget his fucking name. Joaquin Wild. Yeah. I think they're the type of tag team you could throw out in an opening match of a takeover and they can kill it and get the crowd hyped, you know what I mean? So that's what you want from your tag team division. I think they're more than capable. I think they showed it. I think they earned it. So we'll see what happens. That's just what I want to see. And my gut feeling is telling me that's going to happen.
Split screen interview with Raquel and Mercedes Martinez. Mercedes said she's not scared of Raquel. She paved the way for women like Raquel, who never went through the grittiness that she did. Martinez called Raquel cookie cutter. So, Raquel, though, said she accomplished more in a year than Martinez has in her whole career. Ouch. Next week, it'll be a championship match, and I think Raquel wins. Agreed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. Nah, yeah, that's unanimous. I like this segment though because it gave I don't know. Raquel was trying to like out tough woman. I was gonna say tough guy, but they're not guys. Gonna try to out tough Mercedes Martinez, and that wasn't happening whatsoever. I like the fact that Mercedes was saying like, look, I really paved the way for you to even be NXT Women's Champion, and by all means, she's right. Like she's definitely been up and down the roads all the past decade and so. And Raquel was just like, yeah, I'm not gonna call her cookie cutter, but I'm not mad at that term being used because she's pretty much brought in through the WWE system. So I'm not gonna say it's easier or lighter, but she didn't have to like cut her teeth, on the independent scene and dealing with all the downside that comes with that. So she might be a little quote unquote privileged from that side, but that still doesn't, take away from all she's accomplished, like she said. And like she told Mercedes Martinez, the bar was here that you set, and I picked that sumbitch up by one hand and set it up here, and nobody else is going to get it. So I'm like, oh yeah, she was talking that shit, but now you talking that shit. So I'm loving this.
Frankie Monet's dog was found in Shotzi's and Ember's tank. Although they felt he was cute, the dog shit in the tank, so they can't drive it out. That was a bad omen, bad luck, a sign of things to come. No Shotzi tank.
One would say that's karma for Shotzi Blackheart.
Oh. If you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
Cameron Grimes is arriving at the club. He got there fast. He got the Uber from the CWC. The venue was rented out as Grimes complained to the bouncer. And who else? You can see the white limo with the dollar sign on the hood. And it's that damn DiBiase! Who gives a little advice to Cameron Grimes. Next time, don't rent out a room. Rent out the whole venue.
It's balling.
Man, they're giving me what I wanted. Give me what I want.
And remember, kid, everybody's got a price.
Next time for the main event. Ember and Shotzi in very nicely themed Freddie and Jason gear versus Candice and Indi. Street fight for the women's NXT Women's Tag Team Championship. The fire extinguisher spot pissed me off. I was ready for Shotzi's carnage into Indi on those chairs. I wanted it. But Shotzi makes up for it very quickly with a senton onto Candice, onto the ladder. Looked and sounded great. There weren't any close-ups of the ladder to see how fake it was. Good production by NXT. Shotzi with a coffee mug to Indi, climbs the unnecessary scaffold that's there, and splashes Indi through the table. It looked awesome. Sounded awesome. No crash pad. They came back. Shotzi and Indi came back into the ring way too quickly after that spot. Indi with an elbow drop through a table on Ember, and Candice with a wicked stepsister, the Shotzi on a chair for the win, and new women's tag team champions in 1538, Candice and Indi. I thought the ending was way too rushed. If it had time to breathe, it would have been so much more fun, but it was fun. It just would have been so much more fun. And that's bad times management by NXT. Did not need LA Knight versus Jake Atlas. Can't cut that out. Filler taking away time from 4 women who busted their asses and could have used just a bit more time to sell the ending that was well done. Ness?
Yeah, it was. I actually enjoyed this match a lot. I felt like it was somewhat rushed. Like they were trying to do a lot in a short amount of time. But you said it was like what, 15 minutes match?
Yes, it's just that the things that they were doing, you need to
Yeah.
sell that.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, it just seemed like they weren't really trying to sell. But I feel as though like Indi Hartwell was like the star of this match. And not even just like storyline wise, she has the most gripe with these two because she feels as though like they were trying to move in on her man. So if you know about
She's
women,
got the wrong cock blockers.
oh shit, yeah, she definitely does. But she said these bitches ain't getting my man. With the neck rolls and finger snaps. So that's never a good thing to see that. But all in all, it was a great ending. But here's my thing now. These NXT women's tag titles have been passed around way more in the last when did their inception? What, March? They got here in March. They've been passed around more than Tammy Lynn Sitch in the fucking backroom locker room in '96. So yeah,
God.
That's a lot of passing.
That is a lot of passing.
That's Steve Nash levels of
We're
passing.
on to the third title reign. There are third different holders, and they literally just got made. So
well, we had 2 in one night, so it's just
yeah. Well, look at that. Like look at that. As soon as they debuted, oh yeah, here's the titles, and then you lose in your first title defense. So I don't know. It's hot potato, you know. How are we supposed to take them serious if you're just going to keep playing hot potato with them? You know, there's no prestige with it.
I really liked the match. I really liked the match. I was disappointed with the chair spot, but with Indi. But I get it. I get why they did it. The whole fire extinguisher shit. That would have been pretty dangerous. It's always crazy how like you go into a Shotzi match and you're like, I hope she doesn't kill herself today. And then it's a street fight, so like I really hope she doesn't kill herself today. Right? But she hit the nice little senton through the ladder. I like the Indi springboard. She springboarded onto the ropes and hit the elbow drop outside to the table. That was pretty dope. Just good spots all around. I loved it. Somebody used Wade's coffee mug. I forgot who got cracked with it. Good shit all around, man. I really enjoyed it. And you can't go wrong with the result with the new tag team champions. I feel like this tag team division was kind of built around them, like at first.
Yeah. Or they were one of the teams they had in mind for it.
Yeah.
I like the emotion at the end with Candice and Indi. I saw Indi tweet, how much Candice has helped her and really brought her along. So that was cool. TV rating, NXT, contrary to some other reports, did 761,000 viewers, up 17K from last week. 18 to 49 demo, they did a 0.18, which I think looks a little bad. That's awful. Dirty finishes, there were 2 tonight. That means there have been 8 dirty finishes in the 4 episodes we've done. All right, match of the night. I'm going to go with the main event. Agreed?
Yep.
Unanimous. MVP, Cameron Grimes, entertaining me once again. And I'm also going to give it to Candice LaRae. Cock blocking isn't usually cool, but if you could win a championship out of it, I think that's pretty impressive. And Candice LaRae, did her best to eliminate Dexter Lumis from Indi Hartwell's mind, and it paid off. Ness, who's your MVP?
I'm gonna go with Indi Hartwell. I try to stray away from giving the main event or anybody in the main event the MVP, but she definitely showed up and showed out. I feel as though that her performance in the main event was top notch, and she kind of like held that match together, and and they won too. So, well, I guess it would be both of them, but mainly Indi. Candice is the honorable mention.
Chris?
I'm going to have to give it to Candice and Indi, new tag team champions.
Jabroni of the night, I'll go Jake Atlas for his just 3-minute loss, and the entrance coming from commercial just always looks bad. Ness, who's your jabroni?
Well, I'm gonna throw Jake Atlas in there now since you put it that way, but also Leon Ruff because it's Leon Ruff.
Oh, come on. That was a great effort by him.
It was, but it wasn't
They
enough.
needed this big motherfucker to beat him. Are you kidding me?
You know what? Yeah, I'll let Leon go. All right, yeah. Since you put it
I
that
should have
way.
been a lawyer.
Yeah, we could always use more True Hill Heat lawyers.
So I got two.
Everrise.
Of course, we got no. They didn't really do nothing jabroni worthy. So we got Jake Atlas, of course. For my second one, man, I know you're not gonna like it. I don't want to give it to him, but it's got to be Cameron Grimes. He couldn't get into the club, man. He couldn't get into the club. You don't put your name on the list. You rent out the whole club, bro. Come on.
Let's hopefully learned a valuable lesson. We'll put our thumbs out. And 3, 2, 1 will be thumbs up or thumbs down or thumbs in the middle for this edition of NXT. 3, 2, 1. Thumbs up, thumbs in the middle. Why thumbs in the middle, Chris?
I don't know. Kind of felt like last week. Like it's just like we had a good beginning, good ending, but everything in between was like, whatever.
I gave it a thumbs up. The beginning, the end. I thought Cameron Grimes was entertaining, and the tag match I thought wasn't bad either. We want to hear from you. Do you agree with Chris? Do you agree with me and Ness? Do you disagree with all of us? And this was shit, and just a big thumbs down. True Heels Facebook group page. There will be a poll. Vote. Let us know. Your vote will be counted as we continue on here on our NX3 adventure. Chris, where can everyone find you?
Find me at True Hill Chris G. You could also find me right here, the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, NX3 with these two fine gentlemen right here. You could also find me on Blunt Impact and Joints and Jabronis with the 3-time baby making champion Ness. And you can listen to us on True Toxicity.
You guys can follow me on Twitter at skinny_Kravitz. You can follow me on Instagram at skinny__Kravitz. And of course, catch me on True Hill Heat YouTube channel. 1/3 of NX3 with Chris G and RAC in the place to be. This motherfucker's spitting. Yes, I am. You can also catch me on Fusion of Honor with my man, the Stat King, man of 1,004 numbers, where we review Ring of Honor and MLW Fusion. And also you can catch me on Blunt Impact and Joints and Jabronis with Chris G as well. Shake the ropes, we smoke some weed, we watch Impact, Come enjoy the Impact with a blunt, Roundtable Rebels, catch me on the roundtables. And like I said, or I always say, you hear my illustrious voice on True Toxicity. We're taking a break right now. We'll be back, though. Too much wrestling going on. We're hitting it off with the wrestling stuff right now.
The Pride of NY, Twitter and Instagram, right here on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, NX3. And True Rewind, it should be coming back sometime soon. I've seen they put some nitros up on the Peacock. That's very awkward to say. Check out our biography reviews. We do every week on A&E.
You guys have been doing amazing with that. Those numbers are fucking up there. That's lovely.
Thank you, bro. About 3,000 views total for all three of them. I'm not keeping track or anything. Also, what was I going to say? How about that intro video? Wow. We want to thank Chris G for putting that together. We want to thank Stat King for that lovely beat. That shit is hot. What an intro.
Oh, yeah. I got to give it to Stat King. Stat King lays down the groundwork, and I just work the magic.
That'll do it for this week's episode of NX3. We'll see you next week. Episode number 5, NX3. For Ness, Chris G, I'm Romeo. Peace.
See you later, motherfuckers.
A bit unnecessary.